The fight for the island began in early 2020, when scientists discovered that it was infested with millions of mice that were destroying the ecosystem. They were huge, aggressive, and resistant to most poisons, but no one was safe from the plan that was set into motion to get rid of them. And 1 year after the massive eradication effort, the incredible result was something everyone had been hoping for, but no one had dared to believe was possible. This is the incredible story of how they eradicated millions of mice on an island, and what happened 1 year later shocked everyone. Invasive mice are considered among the world's worst invasive species, causing massive devastation to local plants and animals wherever they are introduced. In the case of this small island off the coast of Australia, the mice had multiplied rapidly, reaching numbers estimated to be in the tens of millions. To make matters worse, these were no ordinary mice. They were large, aggressive, and resistant to most poisons, making them extremely difficult to control. Despite numerous attempts at eradication, the mouse population continued to thrive, causing widespread ecological damage and threatening the survival of many native species. Faced with this urgent situation, a team of scientists and conservationists came up with a plan to save the island. Their strategy was both ambitious and risky, involving a large-scale operation to spread rodenticide pellets across the entire island. But how could they ensure that every part of the island was covered and that the operation went smoothly? The answer lay in the use of helicopters and skilled pilots who could navigate the rugged terrain and ensure that the rodenticide pellets were dropped in the right places. Teams of experts worked tirelessly, day and night, to complete the mission. Helicopters buzzed across the sky, dropping their precious cargo with precision. Ground crews followed up, ensuring that no area was missed. It was a race against time, and the pressure was immense. Every day that passed without total eradication meant that more native species were at risk, but the team was undeterred. They worked week after week until every part of the island had been covered. Finally, after several weeks of intense work, the operation was complete. The entire island was free of invasive mice, but the battle was not over yet. There was still the possibility that a few survivors could have hidden away and emerged later. So the team had to be vigilant and monitor the situation closely. To do this, they set traps and cameras across the island, checking them regularly for signs of mouse activity. Meanwhile, they took strict measures to protect the native wildlife from the rodenticide pellets, ensuring that any risk to birds or other animals was minimized. The wait was agonizing, but eventually the traps and cameras confirmed what they were hoping for. There were no signs of mice anywhere on the island. But the real test was yet to come. Would the native plants and animals start to recover now that the invasive mice were gone? The team waited anxiously as the months passed. Then, just when they were beginning to lose hope, there were signs of new growth. Native plants that had been wiped out by the mice began to reappear. The delicate balance of the ecosystem was slowly being restored. A year after the operation, the team returned to the island to assess the progress. What they found was nothing short of astonishing. Bird populations, particularly ground-nesting species that had been decimated by the mice, had rebounded dramatically. The return of the birds was a clear indication that the food chain was healing and the island was on its way to recovery. The success of this massive eradication effort was due to the hard work and dedication of countless people who had come together to save the island. It was a Herculean task, fraught with challenges and setbacks, but the end result was worth every effort. The island was once again a haven for its native wildlife, and a testament to what could be achieved when scientists, conservationists, and communities came together to protect the environment. This project soon became a model for other islands around the world that were struggling with invasive species. The story of how they eradicated millions of mice on the island, and 1 year later, everyone was shocked by the incredible results. It was a beacon of hope, showing that with determination and hard work, it was possible to protect our planet's biodiversity and preserve it for future generations.